Welcome to Joy in HD. I am so happy to have you here. Congratulations on making this investment in you and in creating what I believe is going to be a big, beautiful, brave, magnificent life because you are about to embark on a journey that's going to literally amplify love, joy, abundance, peace, clarity, confidence, all of the things that we are looking to generate to make the most wonderful, beautiful life that we possibly can while we're here on this wonderful planet we call Earth. And Joy, as you know, my story from making the decision to be here, joy and human design has created so much magic in my life, and I cannot wait to share all of the magic with you too. So, what I really have experienced is that the more I focused on love, what I love, the more of what I love to do, who I love to do it with, and the love I have for myself, that success criteria of being able to look in the mirror and say, yes, you're doing everything that I love, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you. The more I focused in on aligning with that love for me, my way, it amplified my joy to such an incredible crescendo kind of height. And the way I was able to do that was because I was able to live in alignment with my human design that amplifies that love, that amplifies that joy. And the more I started to focus on love and joy, I could just feel my own aura, my own magnetism. And so many people keep commenting on my energy. And that is what I want to help create for you so that you can not just learn about human design, because knowledge is one thing, it's the integration of it into our lives, how we embody what we're learning. And that's what I want to do through the Telegram channel. Every week, we're going to learn about a new element of human design and how you can interpret that for yourself or anybody else's human design that you're bringing into this learning, whether it be yours, a partner, a child, a parent, a colleague, a client, a customer, and how you can connect more deeply with them, how you can support or serve them on a deeper level. You can bring that into every single module. And then we're going to use the Telegram channel and our weekly Zooms for you to ask those questions. Now, the Zooms, we can go really, really deep and we can keep it very, very personalized. The Telegram channel is there really for you to jump in the moment. If you've got a burning question that you're trying to integrate something into your life and you want to do it right then and there, I will be there to support and guide you to answer your questions, to celebrate you when it absolutely works. And I'm just so excited to get started. But this module, I really wanted to just do some real foundational work to help you get started to get the best out of this experience. Yes, you're going to learn about human design, but most importantly, you're going to learn how to integrate it and more importantly, how to embody it. Because I believe that when you start to embody a practice or a modality, that's when you can start to share it. That's when you can start to use it. It's when you can start to pay this gift forward to other people as well. It's about the embodiment. It's not about remembering all of this content because I'm going to share a lot of content with you. It's more about experiencing it for yourself so that then you don't have to remember it because you just know it because it's who you are. It's how you live and you can explain it to other people in your own way and using your own words, using your own stories, using your own experiences. So we're going to go through those principles, as I've just said, that success criteria that you have. Mine was initially to love what I do, to love who I do it with, and to love myself and honor myself and feel so proud of myself when I look in the mirror. One of the things you can do for yourself is write your own definition of success. If you're not sure what that is, feel free to take mine until you do, and hopefully that will come clear as you go through this program. What we're then going to do is use your human design and the human designs of anybody or anyone you want to bring in, and we're going to start to amplify that love to create more joy, to create more magic, because human design is a map. It simply is a map for you to help understand you, your energy flows. It's to help you understand the energies of other people. It's to help you understand how those work together in the universe and with each other. And by doing so, what I want for you is that you're going to experience more love, more joy, more peace, more abundance, and all of the wonderful energies that we want to feel in the world simply by using this wonderful tool, this wonderful map to do so. And in doing so, it is my greatest wish that you are going to experience more love, more joy, more peace, more health, more wealth, so that you can create this wonderful, wonderful, big, beautiful, brilliant life for yourself. Because I feel so blessed that that's how I feel my life has become from following that simple principle of aligning with love, amplifying joy, and then really using human design to accelerate that success and that joy and create it on my own terms. Now, got a little bit of a practice and a little bit of a workshop for you to get going to start with so that we can make sure that we're all working from a really good foundational place. Now, I want to introduce you to a couple of concepts that really have helped me alongside using human design. I am going to give you a workbook. You'll be able to download it so you can print this off and have it alongside you if you wish, or you can just listen and then come back and use the workbook to go through what I'm going to share with you today. Now, one of the what do I want to say? One of the tools, I suppose, I came up with when I was thinking about how I have aligned with love, amplified my joy, and created this really beautiful energy to become this super attractor for success on my own terms, was one of the very first, I suppose, practices that I had, intuitive practices that I had with spirituality. In my darkest days, I had no idea. I'd lost my mind, I'd lost my health, but I really felt very connected to a different energy that I'd never really experienced before. And it was one that was with my soul and my spirit. I'd just started my own personal development and I wanted to understand spirituality. And I said, what is spirituality to me? And it really was the answer that came through very loudly to me was spirituality is having this real deeper connection with my spirit and my soul. Let me go away and explore that. So when I was in this dark place, I was like, spirit, soul, can you please guide me? Excuse me, I just have to take a drink of water. Please, can you guide me? Mm. And I was doing a lot of transcendentational meditation at the time. And really, that's just stillness and really connecting within myself because I couldn't focus on the future or the past because it was just too much. And in that stillness, I started to hear the whispers of my soul. And they were whispers, sometimes they were whispers, sometimes they were visions, sometimes it was just a very, very strong feeling. And what was painted for me in my mind by my soul, and the only way I can describe it was just this real beautiful vision, this real beautiful vision of me dancing, feeling joyful, feeling happy in this really beautiful garden. And my soul and my spirit then, what I realized, started to take me through almost like the compass points, north, south, east, and west, except mine were very different. It was looking inside my head, looking inside my heart, looking inside and really connecting with my soul, and then understanding how myself was really acting. And I've used this principle in many of my programs and in a lot of my work, but really in the last year, it's really distilled in a way, in a tool that I can help others. And I call it the Rose Compass. And you'll see in the workbook, I've had the most beautiful Rose Compass created by me, by my team in Upbrand. And I want you to be able to use this compass as we work through using our map. So what I'm going to gift you today is a telescope, a compass, and a map, because really we are all the wayfinders. I feel like I'm a chief wayfinder and I want to help you find your way. So what I would like you to do for your very first practice is start to look down that telescope. You can do that in many ways. You may have a really strong vision already of what it is that you want to create. You may need to use some meditation or some stillness, play some music, and just let your mind wander. If you went through the Joy Power Up before joining me in this program, you'll know that this expansion of dreaming and visioning and desires is a wonderful way to do that. Just expand your mind. So take a moment to really to do that, and I'll guide you in a short meditation in just a minute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the compass and we're going to tap into your head, your heart, your soul, and yourself, because each one of your parts of your psyche, head, heart, soul, self, is going to have a very clear message for you. And I want you to understand and really connect with that, because that's really going to help you understand where your compass needles, so if you think head, heart, soul, self, we want them all pointing directly down your telescope lens. Some of them might be pointing in all different directions. And what we want to do is which ones are out of alignment and how then can we get those needles all pointing in the right direction to take you to your vision. When we find those misalignments, then we're going to start to use your human design to help you bring those needles into alignment. That's what we mean by alignment. That's what I mean by alignment. That's when your head, your heart, your soul, and yourself are all singing to the same tune and the same song, and they're all excited. So that's really what I want to help you do. If you're struggling with your vision, then maybe that's what we can use your human design to help you do as well. So, as I said, you've got everything in your workbook that's going to help you with this. So you can have that handy as I'm going to take you through this almost like guided activation, visualization, just moments, just peace and quiet for yourself to help you tap into this. You can have that, or you can have a journal, or you can just listen and experience and then write it all down afterwards. Or if you're more of a learner who wants to just go for the workbook and do it that way in a very structured, logical way, you can also do that. But for right now, what I would love for you to do is just really take a moment, and I'm really going to hope and pray that the diggers and the workmen that we've got going around us at the moment aren't suddenly going to start banging. So fingers crossed. So just when you're ready, and if it's safe for you to do so, if you're listening to this while you're driving or using heavy machinery, please don't close your eyes, but maybe come back to this. But I want you to just really allow yourself to get into a very relaxed state and just start taking some deep breaths. I like to take them in through my nose and holding at the top, and then just really letting those go. Let your shoulders shrug, let your shoulders drop, let your belly flop out. Do that again. Take a deep breath in, holding at the top, letting it out through your mouth, and just really allowing yourself this moment of time and space to relax. You might want to do that just one more time. Take a deep breath in through your nose, holding at the top, maybe even lifting your shoulders right up to your ears and just letting everything go and just feel very relaxed. Because we're going to go on a little journey. I want you to keep this peace, maybe even just place a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly, whatever feels really comfortable to you, whether you're sitting or lying, because we're going to go on a little journey into the future. I want you to let go of almost like everything that you have right now, everything of who you are right now, and just start to step into this future. Sometimes it helps if you imagine a time frame, if you would like. You can say in 5 years' time, this is my vision, this is what I want to see. One of my favorites is always going towards the end of my life. It's up to you to choose whatever time frame feels right to you right now. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Choose the time frame, but just start to walk down almost like the path of your life and see yourself in that future space and place of time, and just notice how old you are. Maybe notice how old your family is, your partner, your children, the people around you. Sometimes that can help bring some perspective. Notice where you are. Where have you landed? Where are you? Are you still in the same place? Are you somewhere different? Are you traveling? Can you sense what your work and your career is like? Can you feel into your bank balance? How affluent, abundant, generous do you feel when you think about work and wealth? Think about your connections, your family, your parents, your partners, your friends. How connected do you feel? How in love do you feel? Is there romance in your life? Do you feel loved? Do you feel like you have people to love? Now feel and sense into your body. How healthy are you? How do you feel in your body? If you were to see a mirror in front of you, can you feel into how you look? Do you look like somebody who takes care of themselves? How do you feel when you see yourself in that mirror? Ooh, take a deep breath here. Can you sense your soul giving you some messages about what your life is like at this time of your life? Can you sense all of those different areas of your life, of your health, of your wealth, of your work, of yourself? What are the predominant feelings, visions, senses? Your soul might not necessarily be able to show you in visuals or images. Mine certainly wasn't able to do that, or I wasn't able to see it at the start. So don't worry too much. Just let your mind relax and just breathe, even if you can't feel or sense anything. Just start to know. And the more you know, whether it's in this moment or perhaps when you come out of this meditation or visualization, you'll start to sense words or know something. Images, feelings, just start to be really spidey sensey aware of all of these things and make notes of them as they start to unfold or be revealed to you. Almost like pull back the vision, pull back the curtain to the vision of your future. Almost imagine taking out that telescope like a pirate on a ship, on a mission, and I want to say unfurl your telescope and just look down the lens, and what do you see? What do you sense? What can you see yourself doing, feeling, being? This is the vision. This is the vision that your soul is showing you that you want to create. There's no right or wrong. Take a deep breath here. Let it go. I want you to look down now. As you put away your telescope, I want you to hold in your hand this compass, this beautiful rose compass that has 4 points on it. And I want you to feel in or sense or know the answers as I ask you some questions. We're going to look at the point on your compass that's all to do with your head, because your head wants to think. I would love for you to just become very aware of the thoughts that you have about this vision. What are your immediate thoughts? What are your beliefs about this vision? Do you believe it will absolutely come true, or do you believe it won't? Are you concerned? Do you have any concerns about making it happen? Or perhaps any concerns or worries that if this actually does come true? What are your worries and concerns of that? What are some of your immediate thoughts when I ask you those questions? Just start to witness what you're thinking, what you're believing, perhaps what you're doubting or worrying about that vision. Are there some beliefs that are limiting you or looping in your mind? What are your predominant thoughts? And if it feels right to do so, write those down, or if not, just hold those in your mind to write down later. We're now going to shift to the next needle of our compass on the rose compass, and that is the heart. Place your hand on your heart. How do you feel? When you saw that vision down your telescope, how did you feel? What are your predominant feelings? Because your heart, it does want to feel. And feelings play such an important part of our manifestation, of our co-creation, of living that beautiful vision that we've just painted. That feeling that we feel is our energy. It's the way that we can actually connect with our energy. The feeling is a representation of that. And that feeling and that energy is what we are emitting through our frequency, through our energy, is what other people feel from us. And if you believe in the laws of attraction, whatever energies we are broadcasting, we are emitting, we will attract back to us. So there's no right or wrong again. It's just about understanding what were the feelings that you felt when you saw that vision. Was it one of love? Was it one of excitement? Were there fears? Were there fears that you would be able to achieve it, or fears when you thought you did achieve it? What are those feelings? Can you name them? Can you name those fears? Why are you worried? What do you fear? What is the feeling that you fear? It's just about naming them at this moment in time. Can you be courageous enough to name those fears? Because I'm going to show you through this program how they become your friends and how we can use them to elevate your frequency rather than shrink it. Take a deep breath here. Now I want you to put both hands in the center of your chest, in between on your breastbone. This is your G center. This is our G center in our human design. This is where we connect with our soul. The G center is our soul's compass. And if we can place two hands on here, can we invite our soul to speak, because she so wants to speak. She has something to say, whether they are in words or visions, senses. Our spirit lives within us in our human body. That's my biggest belief. This was spirituality to me, and it was about being able to connect with my spirit. Can you still your mind and your heart and just really focus on what your soul has to say? Whether it's a whisper or a very loud shout. If you've been ignoring her for a long time, she can start to get quite shouty. Can you tap into that inner wisdom that's within you? Can your soul start to share with you what her purpose is by showing you that vision? What does she come here to experience? What does she come here to create? What is her mission? What is the movement that she wants to create? Whether it's a small one or a big one. Can you bring it to life? Can you allow her to paint that vision, whether that's today, tomorrow, the next day? And if you can't hear her, check in with her daily until you do connect. And maybe she's going to show you another little piece of the puzzle so that you can see it more clearly. Can you offer her up ideas, images to say, yes, that's right, or no, that's wrong? Can you feel or sense that? Give your soul an opportunity to speak. Take another deep breath here. We're going to go to our final point on this compass, and that's yourself. Yourself wants to act. Your human body is going to respond to every single thing that we've connected with so far: your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your fears, the visions that you hold in your heart and in your spirit. And your soul is going to act in one of two ways. It's going to act in a way to protect you, or it's going to act in a way to expand you, to grow you, to lead you towards your visions and your dreams, to expand your life into that big, beautiful life so that you can have a beautiful mind. And that's really what I want to help you with today. Yourself is your identity. It's everything that you've shared above or witnessed above. It's who you are as a vision. It's how you're acting. It's how you're thinking. It's how you're behaving. It's how you're feeling. And what we want to tap in here is the difference between yourself in that future vision and how your future vision self, your future self, is acting, behaving, thinking, and feeling, and the one that you're holding on to today, the identity of you are today. And where we want to see is the mismatch between how you're thinking today and how you're thinking in that future vision, how you're feeling today and how you're feeling in that future vision, what your soul is doing, how loud and proud and your intuition and your soul's vision is today and it is in the future. Because what we want to do is have a look at your behaviors and how you're acting based on those thoughts, those feelings, those fears, and those intuitions. And when we can find those mismatches, that's when we can bring ourselves into alignment. So take some time to print off or write in your journal following the workbook as we've been through this little exercise, and start to recognize that where we have some of those mismatches and misalignments, these become our intentions. This is where we're going to focus. It's these intentions of alignment that we can use our human design to guide us with, to do it quickly, because we've got a map, a very clear map on how we can do that. It's not just leaving it up to chance. We have our own unique map to help us with that alignment and that mismatch, to help us create that future vision that you've just seen down your telescope. So taking just a final breath here, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let it all go. We're going to release and we're going to relax. And then you've got now these three incredible tools. You've got your telescope and your vision. You have your rose compass. Keep coming back to these things. Ask yourself every day, what am I thinking? How am I feeling? What's my intuition telling me? What's my spirit got to say? Are there any messages? And how am I acting? And where are my misalignments compared to my vision? and let me get out my map, my human design map, to help me along this path, because that's how we're going to clear the path quickly, with purpose, with clarity, with confidence, so that we can create that vision. And I'm so excited to help you with that path. I'm here as your guide while we're doing all of this, to remind you of your compass, to remind you of your vision, and to help you interpret the map that you have in front of you. So when you've done that, there are a few things that you can do to help support you through this program. And there's one thing I want to introduce you to in your human design straight up, to help you get the best out of the experience of this program, of the next 12 weeks. Now, first of all, download your human design map. I've put a link in your portal, or you'll have received it in your email, to your human design map. Download those. You'll need your date of birth, time of birth, and location of birth. And if you don't know any of those, please do get in contact with me, because there is a way around we can do that. I didn't know some of mine and I still found the map. Download that. Feel free to come in and share that with me in the group, so that I know what I'm working with, so I can really speak to all of you when when you ask me questions. I can refer back to your map, to your compass. Come in and share with me everything that you've just come up with. Share your vision. Share what was going on in your rose compass. You can either speak it out loud if you've got a defined throat chakra. You can take photographs of the words that you've written or the pages that you've noted down. It's up to you. This is really going to help me help you, be your guide. So share all of those in the Telegram channel. I then would like you to look at your human design, and near the top of your head, you're going to see some arrows pointing in different directions. Sometimes they're pointing right, sometimes they're pointing left. I really want you to have a look at those, because those are going to help you with your unique energy get the best out of this experience. So let's look at those arrows. So the top left, if you're looking at on your map, on the top left, sorry, I'm just checking something on my notes. If we're looking at the, oh, where's that gone? 1 second, please. There we go, that's where it is. So the top left, when we're looking at the top left arrow, is that right for you? I don't know. If you look at your maps on the top left, have a look which direction your arrow is pointing. Because if it is pointing left, this means that you are a lot more strategic. You are a lot more active in your learning. This is your digestion arrow, and that can mean your digestion in terms of food. And we'll come on to all of the arrows in a lot more detail later on, but I really wanted to focus really on how you can set yourself up for success for this program. If your arrow is pointing left, this means that you're much more active in the way that you like to digest information. So this means that you're probably going to like to have very structured times, a bit like food. If we were looking at food, you're going to like to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and maybe a couple of snacks. Very structured, very regimented. You're going to love the way that this is structured. You're going to love the fact that you've got modules on a Monday. You're going to love the fact that we've got weekly Q&As, and you're going to probably set yourself some specific times in order to do some learning. You're going to be digesting information in a very structured, practical way. If your arrow, on the other hand, is pointing right, this means you're much more passive, you're much more flow, it's more of a feminine energy. So you may like to digest on the go. So if we were thinking about food, this means that you're just going to snack when you're hungry. The same with information. So you're going to be doing this on the go when it feels good, when it feels right to you. Oh, I'm ready for the next module. Or, oh, I've done enough right now and I'm going to come back to it later. Allow yourself to do this. Even if you've done things differently in the past, just open up to trying something new. So if you're pointing left, you're going to like it probably quite structured. If you're pointing right, you're just going to allow yourself to go with the flow in how you want to learn and take on this information. When you feel full with enough and that's enough, you stop. Let's look at your bottom left arrow. Now, your bottom left arrow looks at your environment. And again, we're going to go very deep into your environments later on. But for the purpose of this exercise and this module to set yourself up for success, this really is about how do you like to learn in terms of your learning environment. So again, left is structured. You love to participate. You like to be around lots of people. It's quite an active way of learning, and you're going to really enjoy learning through interaction with other people. So use the Telegram group, come into the live Q&As. If alternatively, if you're pointing right, again, this is much more passive. This could be that you're much more of a passive learner in terms of your environment. So you may like to be in all of these spaces, but you may not necessarily participate as actively. You're going to be passively learning, taking on, absorbing, listening to the conversations, deciding whether it's right for you. You're a little bit more passive, so you don't need to actively engage unless you really want to. It will be fit if it feels right and good, come in, but don't force yourself if you're more of a right arrow on your bottom left. Okay, top right arrow. This is your education. How do you like to be educated? How do you like to learn? So once again, the left is active. So once again, you're going to love the way in which this program has been set out. It's very logical and it's very detailed, and you are going to literally love, and you're going to literally suck all of this up. You're going to love it. And that's why I've created it in this way. If your right hand, if your arrow is pointing right, that top right is pointing right, this means that you're much more passive. You're going to like the bigger picture. You might not necessarily need all the details. You're not going to be the person who prints out the workbooks of all the different channels and try and understand and decipher it. You're going to see this in a much more bigger picture way, and that's okay. And you may prefer to do it in a more playful way, as in, I'm just going to try it like this and I'm going to try it like that, rather than more active learning in details. Play with this. Understand which way you like to learn. Come in and share in the Telegram group if you've got questions on what that might mean for you, and I can definitely help you with that. So that's what we've got so far. Download your human design report, share it in the group with me and others. Have a look at your arrows and have a look and see which ways you're pointing so that you know how you may like to engage with the program as a whole, and don't put yourself under too much pressure. And then come in and share those intentions. Having gone through that kind of guided visualization, that practice that I've just taken you through, when you've printed off your workbook and when you've taken yourself through all of those, come back in and share. Come back in and share what you have experienced. What were your misalignments? What was your vision? What came around for you in all of those compass points? Where were you misaligned in terms of your vision and where you're headed? And then we can start to use that as we start to unlock every piece of your human design. So this is about how you're going to amplify joy your way. It's a very, very unique experience, very unique in terms of your vision, very unique in terms of your compass and where all of your compass points are pointing and where they're aligned and where they're misaligned. And it's also very, very unique when we dive into our human design. You're going to start to understand how wildly unique and different you are. You're a rare and unique diamond. There's no one and the same. Like fingerprints, we're all so different. And this is going to show you the map to how we can align you to where you are now, to where you want to be in the future, so that you can really experience it, not just because you're going to experience love, joy, peace, and abundance at the end of your vision, but throughout, from where you are today and how you're going to get there and beyond. This is how you're always going to experience love, joy every single day, or even when you find yourself in a dark time or stuck and not sure which way to go and everybody's turned off the lights. This is how you can spark your light. This is going to help you. It's going to help you navigate the good times, the bad times, the ugly times, and it's going to help you even have more on top of more on top of more. And it starts with that permission slip for you to say, yes, this is what I desire. This is what I want. This is where I want to go. And yes, I can have it. I am worthy of it. And just because my spirit has shown me, then that means that that's my postcard from the future to say, this is what I'm here to do. And this is how I'm going to get there. I'm so happy that you're here. And I'm so happy that we've started this round. So each module is going to be released on a Monday. We're going to do specific chunks. We're going to go through, first off, we're going to look at all of your different energy types. The different energy types, again, as I said, it can be for you, it can be for anyone, it can be for a client, a partner, a friend, how you can understand each of the very unique different energy types. And we're going to use those so that you can understand how you can use that in your work in terms of how you can create abundance. We're going to look at how you can create love, romance, deepen the connections and the relationships that you currently have, and attract more. We're going to look at it, how it also impacts your health. So energy types, then we're going to start to look at how you make decisions. We're going to go through each of your authorities so that you can understand how you're going to make the decisions that are right for you and understand yourself. Then we're going to start to look at profile lines, which I absolutely love. This is almost like the every time I tell people their profile lines and every time I read them or see them, it's just like, well, of course you're a line 2-4, or of course you're a line 3-6. It's just like, if there was anything that was a profiling tool, it's your profile lines. They are incredible. So we're going to go through each 6 profile lines individually, what they all mean, and then the 12 different combinations so that you can understand you, so you can understand the people in your life, so that you can fit together. And once again, we're going to look at all of these in terms of how you can use these to generate wealth, to work out your career, your purpose, how you can use that in your business or in your career. We're going to look at them in terms of how that works with relationships and how you can support other people with different profile lines and how you like to be supported in terms of profile lines. So that's going to be wonderful too. Then we're going to look at the chakras. It's probably the most obvious piece in your human design, the 9 chakras. And if you want to dive into that sooner rather than later, you'll see inside your portal, you have got what I've called the energy healing quest. If you're feeling quite sticky in some of those areas, what you can do is that you can go and do yourself an energy cleanse in every single one of your chakras, because each one of those chakras is connected to a part of you in your body. So we want to really cleanse up that energy so that you free yourself, so that you're light and clear, and you remove all of that heaviness, that dis-ease in your body. It's chakra cleansing, changed my life, and human design is just a really, really powerful way to do it. And each one of those 9 meditations, guided activations, guided clearing sessions that I have put in this portal for you will help you do that. And you can do that all the way through the program. You're going to have lifetime access to them. And they're going to supplement what I'm going to share and teach with you as we go through each one of those chakras. When we've done all of those, we're going to have a look at definitions, how your chakras are grouped, because that also has an impact on how your energy flows. We're also going to have a look at your gates and your channels and how each of your chakras are joined or not joined, how you activate them. These become your personality traits. One of the most exciting things that I love about the chakras and also the gates and the channels is how this really deeply connects you with other people, and where you can create sparks flying in the bedroom, where you can create sparks of creativity in your work. I absolutely love that part of it. And then we're going to dive a little bit deeper just before we head towards Christmas in terms of arrows and manifesting and all wonderful things. So that's what we're going to do throughout this whole program. I'm so excited to be with you for the next 12 weeks to dive into all of this. I can't wait to speak to you more in the Telegram channel, and I look forward to our very first live call. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited. Lots of love.